whatever you do, do not bag these 4 discs. Welcome, it is Joey. Groovy vibes, funky lines, always having good times. Hope everybody is having a great morning. I sat there and thought about it for a while, and I was going through my garage and all the different discs that I have and what discs make it and why do I select some and why do I not select others. I have some of the most popular discs in my bag, some I don't. And then it got me thinking, what are some discs that people have in their bag that are genuinely hurting your score? Let's talk about that. So let me tell you what this video is not for. If your first name is Gannon and your last name is Burr, this video is probably not for you. If you are any kind of FPO, MPO, probably MA1, FA1, probably not for you. I am in my late 40s, age protected. I am playing MA3. I've only been playing for about 3 years. But in those 3 years, I can tell you there are some discs that should not be in my bag if I care about my scores. And let's talk about it. We're going to slide right into it on these discs. The very first one that probably should not come as any surprise is a Destroyer. Innova Destroyer. If you go to the Academy or you go to Dick's or you go to any of your local sporting goods stores, there is probably going to be an Innova Destroyer on the shelf. And you're going to look at it. It's going to be really awesome. And you're going to be like, okay, 12, 5, -1, 3. Okay, sure, I can handle that. It's a driver. Ooh, high-speed driver. I can throw that thing a mile. Here's the deal. You can't. And the longer you have this disc in your hands, the worse off your scores are going to be. Now, I get it. Joey, dude, I see people all the time throwing these Destroyers, and they're doing good, and, you know, or they're beating me, or they're in MA3 throwing these things. Let me break it down for you really, really easy. Almost every Destroyer on the planet, no matter the plastic. Don't let that -1, 3 fool you. For us normal people, and when I say normal, you could be in your 20s, but you haven't never played disc golf. So I'm talking to newbies, all right? I'm talking to people that are just starting out. I'm talking to young kids. I'm talking to older folks that have been, you know, just starting to get out the past, 1 to 3 years. I'm talking for people that play tournaments that might play, a FA4, MA4, 3s, and even some 2s. If you really self-reflect, that it would probably help not to have this in your bag. Now, let me tell you something really quickly. It's probably one of the most popular discs probably ever created. Okay, but let me tell you something about this that you probably already know. Regardless of what plastic you're in, regardless of the weight, because they have the baby Destroyers that are in the late 159s, this bad boy is still super stable. When you add it to our weak arms, to our arms that aren't built up to speed, as soon as you throw this thing, and to be quite honest, most of us anyway are throwing it with a slight nose up. As soon as it's nose up, plus the speed of the disc, plus the stability of this Destroyer, it's going straight over to your left and you're getting 0 distance. Not only are you getting 0 distance, but if you throw it in remotely things, you're either going to be OB in the water, out of bounds, in the trees, in the brush, and you're automatically just taking positive strokes when you shouldn't. All right? Now, let me preface it by saying this. Not all 12, 5, -1, 3 discs are the same. I throw a Latitude 64 Strive, which is a 13, 5, and it is not the same. All right, I can throw it and it still has a little bit of turn and it comes back, and any kind of headwind, it is flying straight, and then a little bit it turns. But for whatever reason, you don't need this disc. Get it out of your bag. Your scores will improve. And here's what happens. People get this in the bag and they say, well, Joey, I can flick this thing. I can make it go the way I want it to go. And I'm not saying you're lying. You're probably doing a good job of it. But to even flick this thing to where you want it to go, you probably got to Anheuser this, meaning you're throwing it going like this, so much so that it's going to ride like this and then come back. All right, it's giving you bad habits. All right, so can it be thrown? Sure. Should it be thrown for the people I'm talking to? Leave it in your garage, go sell it, something like that. Number two, you're going to see there's a little bit of a pattern in this. Number two, now this happens to be a mint disc Phoenix. The numbers on these is like a 9404 or 94. I can't imagine it having any kind of negative number or any turn. Mint disc doesn't put the flight numbers on there, but it's a 03 or a 04. And it's a 9-speed, and it's probably a 4 glide or a 5 glide at the top. Same thing. It's going to feel a little bit better because it's only a 9-speed, and so this rim is a little bit more shallow. So if you grip it, you're like, oh, Joey, that feels pretty good. And I'm not saying it doesn't feel good, but don't let this disc fool you. And it's not just this disc, all right? Discraft Captain's Raptor, same thing. Any disc with the flight numbers in the 9 range, or an Honor for Latitude 64 is like a 9503, something like that. Here's the deal. Just like the Destroyer, this thing, for the majority of us, the only reason why we carry this is if we need something that we're going to have some awkward lie in which we got to like straddle out and throw this thing. If I'm in a patent pending and I try to throw this disc across my body, as soon as I release it, because I don't have the arm speed from that, as soon as I release it, boom, to the left, all right? You could probably get 1 throw, 2 throws a tournament with this disc that is exactly like you want it. And that's weird throws. Like, I need it to, it's gonna just dog leg to the left super hard or super right, and I need to like throw it down, hit the ground, and then skip way out there to the left. But in there, this is taking up space in your bag. You don't need this disc. You don't. And again, remember who I'm talking to. MA4, FA4, MA3, FA3. I'm talking with people that have a hard time with their arm speed getting it to where they want it to. And if you have a hard time, if you're just happy to throw it down the middle of the fairway, this disc is probably not going to be the disc that you choose. Third one, 2 down, 2 to go. Third one. Now this might be a little controversial, but you'll see where I'm getting at. This particular disc, if I take these 2 letters off and say, oh, it's a Buzz, it's a great disc. It might not be for everybody, but it's a great disc. But we're going to throw, Discraft's going to do this, OS. People love the Buzz. It's probably, I don't know, top 3 best-selling disc of all time, maybe number 1, but regardless, number 1 mid-range probably. And so they get it. And so what does Discraft do? They say, well, if our Buzz is so good, let's just create the Buzz with a little bit more stability, right? And we'll call it OS for overstable. We'll put a stamp on it, and these things will sell, and they do. You get this with the Zone OS. You get this with the Zone SS Super Straight. All right, and so I don't want to knock on Discraft, but all these other ones do this, right? They might call them different things. But here's the deal. The Buzz OS, here are the flight numbers, 5403, okay? For us normal people, we have about 4 other discs that will do this that we don't need to go and add because you got a disc already in your bag that is exactly like this, so you don't need it. And what does that do? If you don't need it, but it's in your bag, when you look down, maybe it's in you're in a rough spot in your round. and you look down in your bag, or you look down in your backpack or your cart, and you see all your discs lined up. And then you start to double guess yourself. Oh, which one do I want? Oh, that Zone OS. Do I need a regular Zone, or do I need this Buzz OS, or do I need a Pyro? I mean, there's a ton of discs with these similar flight numbers. So again, don't just gravitate, oh, it says Buzz, I pick it up. If you're a newbie thrower, this is not a Buzz. Don't let that name fool you. All right. If you want a Buzz, then go get a Buzz. But make sure anything after this, don't buy it, because you don't know how it throws to regardless. And then you get this, and it's going to be completely different. All right. And finally, the last disc that you should not have in your bag for a rated round. You want to just mess around, you want to have a good time on a league thing, that's one thing. But we're going to go with this. Probably one of my most fun discs, the MVP Glitch. All right, now they got different discs out there. This is just a catch disc. Flight numbers 1700, really designed just to play catch and to warm up. I see people with these in their bag, and here's the deal. This thing is 151 grams. 151 grams. Most I throw in the mid to high 160s is what I try to get all of them down. Have a couple higher max weight for the wind. This disc doesn't go, it's designed to go right where you throw it. For us people that are, I'd probably say 915 rated and lower, if you're playing MA3, newer age protected, or most females, this disc, you need discs that you can count on to do something, because our technique is not good enough to be able to slide it down the table and slide it exactly where we want it to throw. That is the hardest shot in disc golf, the straight arrow shot. All right, I'm not making that up. So why would you put a disc in your bag that it's going to throw exactly where you are aiming, good and bad? Well, Joey, if it's going to go exactly where I'm aiming, that's what I want. 151 grams, it's not. You're going to tweak it too much. You might put it one throw, you might go perfect. One, you might go Anheuser. If you throw it on Anheuser, phew, it's going. If you throw it down here on purpose, phew, it's going. And for us that have the harder time being consistent, you don't need this disc. I mean, buy it, play catch with it, warm up with it, but you don't need this disc in your bag for a rated round, or for a league play, or for anything that you're going to get upset about in case you don't throw well. So there you have it, guys. Really quickly, again, we got a destroyer, we got a power driver, a 9-speed, way overstable. You don't need that. Really, any disc with the initials after it, SSOSA. And last year, the Zone SS was one of the top selling discs. It's a great disc. It just might not be what you're looking for when you're going that, all right? And then finally, any kind of catch disc. Those are the 4 discs. If you get them out of your bag, you don't need to add any more. But if you do, you should check out my other video about the discs you need to have in your bag. But get these out, your scores are going to increase. Thank you for having the time. If you liked any of this content, man, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you on this journey. We're just having some groovy vibes. We're just trying to throw some funky lines, and we're always having a good time. You guys have a great one.